Operation Hope Global Financial Dignity Summit. I've been talking a lot about financial dignity as it pertains to poverty, our unprecedented job losses in the country, and really helping people bring financial dignity back to their lives. I think it's a really important concept, so I'm very excited to be here today and to hear from John Hope Bryant, who's going to open the session in just a few moments. He's the Executive Director of Operation Hope and also chairs the President's Committee on the Underserved. U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman Bernanke is going to be the keynote speaker later on today, and I guess I'm most excited about that. And also hearing from my good friend Brandy Harvey, who is moderating a session at 2 p.m.
African Americans and Latinos lack in financial literacy. That was one of the biggest lessons, and that we have the highest numbers of foreclosures and the highest problems in terms of financial management. And so one of the biggest takeaways I had was, what do I need to do as a leader within the African American and Latino community to help us to become more educated so we can be more economically empowered as a community, but more importantly, that our financial empowerment and our economic empowerment is important to the American and global economy.
Atlanta Healthcare here in Atlanta, you want to go. There's a fundraising in Anne Marie Hospital, you want to go. You're building, you're meeting people, you're getting your name well known, and that's how people will respond to you. But if you sit down and say, okay, we're doing this, we want people to come. Until you commit your participation, your timing is more valuable.
Sense that, sometimes the takeaways are very simple, and this one was just simply that financial literacy is like a language, and if you compare it to, when you go to a country like France, for example, and you speak no French at all, compared to if you know at least a little bit, you can kind of get around and you'll be all right. So the same thing with financial literacy. If you know nothing, you'll be at a huge disadvantage. Whereas if you even know a little bit about it, then you'll start to be able to move around a lot better. Ben Bernanke was pretty good.
Anything that he said that really resonated?
I like how he really put everything in perspective as far as why we had this huge economic crash and what we're doing to dig out of that right now.
I just think that Operation Hope is doing a great job. I was very impressed by the groups of people that they brought here together. You have the education community, you have the nonprofit community, you have government representatives here, and then you have the corporate community. So it's a great group of people to come here together and try to solve America's problems.
It was an amazing day. The thought leaders who came through, the topics discussed, all looking at how we can increase financial literacy, not just for kids, not just for youth, but for people who are impoverished, for people who are middle income, and restore financial dignity to people's lives, which, according to Federal Reserve Chairman Bernanke, is something we need to do. Financial dignity is everything. If you don't have money, if you don't control your money, you don't control anything about your outcomes or your future.